It's not a bad pick for both characters.
It's certainly possible. So you're going to just hit that button right there. Oh, you want to hit that button. And here we are.
Hit that subscribe button.
Don't do it. Do it. But right now, immediately into this match, similar percentages, it's going to be a bit of a slow crawl. Both of these characters are able to present a unique amount of pressure onto each other in that Bayonetta's approach options, as lackluster as they are, do manage to beat out some of Sonic's defenses, but Sonic is constantly able to run about on Bayonetta, as well as just simply outspeed her. So, were these two to play incredibly patiently, this set could go on for quite a while. However, I don't know if we'll be seeing that. Ism's a bit more of a proactive Bayonetta player here on the island, and Cyberman, most notable for being a very active and aggressive Sonic player, while also making the most of intelligent approaches and kicking things back when he needs to.
That was really nice.
DI mix-up of the ages. That was filthy, but it lets Ism take a solid lead. Ism not wavering from this position, sitting at 125%, and he's just going to want Cyberman to run up on him. But Cyberman does indeed.
Cyberman loving that down throw.
It presents good damaging situations. It's rather quick.
I don't know if I like it when he does like for the off stage though, just because Bayo's like upwards coverage is really good during a recovery, and I feel like Cyberman hasn't really done much to like show that he's willing to go after her when Bayo drops off stage. Uh-oh, the ride?
No, he's not going to get it just yet. He's getting off a few stops too early for Ism's.
Just some jabs. Oh, there it is. Game over.
Whew.
Cyberman just falling into which times? I think 3 in this game?
That was a bit of a rough scene. And even though I was building up, the patience behind these two characters and the potential of the two players, that was a really fast game 1.
Cyberman wasn't playing too bad though, so he might be able to turn it around.
Yeah,
Okay,
bringing
we're
him
gonna see
Smashville for game 2.
I can see it. I just feel the platform works better for Sonic than it does for Bayo.
Yes, but it is a platform for Bayo. So a combo starts there. Cyberman's going to have to really rethink things. And this is where we see the match and where it could possibly lead. Cyberman knowing that he could slow down the momentum of this match to a molecular crawl. And Ism recognizing that this is the big bait. This is what he knows he needs to avoid. So long as he doesn't move in on Sonic, he should be good. But once he does, look at these percentages already. And Cyberman not really having put in much effort to this, just laying it low and slow, and it's working so heavily in his favor.
That was nice to hop over the heel slide.
Got to stay mobile and have to avoid that. Heel slide is the de facto approach tool from the ground for Bayonetta. And if you don't know how to counterplay that, then you just need to hit the books, because that's half the battle of knowing what to avoid for Bayonetta. Heel slide isn't even that particularly great of an approach move. Like, unless it whiffs, it's something to... it leaves a lot to be desired for Bayonetta players and those who like watching this character.
Cyberman doesn't do anything, just lets him recover right back to the ledge.
Unlike in most situations where Cyberman would just put out a spring from spring jump, he knows that it's not really going to do much, because...
Does Witch Twist beat it?
Witch Twist doesn't care about it. But right now, Cyberman's sitting with the stock lead at only 42%.
He has the answer now. The one he was searching for game 1, he's clearly found it.
The only winning move is not to play, and he's already built himself up, lapping in percentages. Ism not really liking that, though. Ooh, coming down with a hot down air. And Ism just trying to extend this pressure as best as he can. Cyberman not really offering too much against it, but back on the offensive.
Ooh, that was nice. I love Ism's creativity with that leg drop.
That's what you got to do if you're fighting against a opponent who isn't aware of their resources. Not saying that Cyberman isn't aware that he's laying out a spring for his opponents, but
That was
if
a good
you know
catch.
that it's around, then you got to make use of it to your advantage. If I ever had a complaint about one thing that Bayonetta can provide, it's out of shield witch twist. It covers so much space and presents every situation as a fatal counter. It's so devastating and simple.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier when we were seeing Edwin versus Masato. How it's just such a great out-of-shield option that Pac-Man doesn't really have an answer for.
Like, everything else that Bayonetta has, everything else anyone else
Oh,
can complain
nice. Double up air.
about, hold that. Cyberman's proving why this character is just as fallible as the rest of the 50-some-odd characters available to you in Smash.
And we're going to game 3. Where do you think they'll take it?
Dreamland, Town and City Return. Maybe run back to Smashville.
All right. Battlefields? Regular battlefields. That's a good choice for both characters, I feel.
And if anything, it manages to keep them alive a little bit longer with proper DI. How well it works.
That jab was very odd.
I feel like Ism's going to have to really put in the work, though, just because Cyberman has developed a solid game plan now. We've seen him enacting it really strong in Game 2, and he's moving the pieces along for Game 3.
I feel like Ism was figuring out Cyberman's counterplay, but doesn't get anything really off that witch time.
He misses.
Oh, that was nice.
Missing that up tilt
I love
really
that
cost
rise.
Ism the pressure.
I love that rising spin dash, though. That was a really creative option. I feel like Ism's kind of pulling the trigger a lot on Witch Twist. Maybe a bit too much.
Yeah, he
Cyberman's
wants it.
not falling into it as much as he used to.
He knows it's what he has to avoid, but double up air is putting on a sweet amount of damage.
Another one. Still fairly even.
Percentages are rather close. No one really having definitive control of the stage right now. Cyberman not getting caught up in these combos like Ism wants him to. And more importantly, I feel he's not really presenting a situation where he's going to get caught with his pants down. Ism has a really good habit of being able to move in, bait out stronger reactionary options, and then witch time it. But Cyberman's been playing very conservatively, and it's working out so well in his favor from this set. Excellent patience.
That was
from
nice. Throwing out the back air and still managing to catch the air dodge read.
Ism. He hopped around, making Cyberman think he was going in for that witch twist, but nonetheless, solid mix-up.
Okay,
Hasn't net him to stock yet, but it is putting both these players at pretty high percentages.
One good back air from either character could easily seal a stock right now. Ooh. Just there. Back air.
So Ism with the lead, but how long is he going to manage to hold this lead?
It looks like he's definitely working to build that percent. Oh, that could be up throw up? Oh, no, not off the top. Thought maybe at 150, but...
Yeah, it's going to take a bit more effort from Cyberman to really clench this stock out for him, but he is controlling the stage now, forcing Ism to return on his terms.
Fortunately, Sonic really can't do anything to Bay off stage, it feels like. Because like the spring that's like so essential to Sonic's skimp game just isn't a thing.
Cyberman would have to really go deep in, and he's not in a situation where he can afford to do that, throwing himself in the line of fire as opposed to his shield buddy of Spring. But it's looking like a rough scene now with Ism having put on already 100% of damage.
He's just
to
run away
Cyberman.
right now. Okay, double jumps out.
We see this man clapping with that back air. He wants it badly, but getting it, I don't know.
I feel like he's slowed down the witch times a lot. Like, he's realizing that Cyberman's not falling for it anymore. It's looking a lot less like a panic button like it was in the first stock. Okay.
Up throw,
Just tosses
finally
him.
killing it,
Just tosses him.
185%.
All right, Cyberman is going to have his work cut out for him now. He has to play real safe. Because I think a few more percent and a good backer will do it. That's nice. Managing to... Oh, that's it.
Just like that,
Oh.
Ism cleans it up.
Ism played Cyberman. He just kind of dropped off that witch time. Catches him right when he least expected it.